Hi there, fight fans. My name is Kerim Lang, and I'm very happy to say that I'm today joined by Octagon middleweight fighter Mick Stanton. Mick, how are we doing today, brother?
I'm great. All's going good. 2 weeks out, and I'm excited. I'm ready to go.
How's camp going for you? Injury free and feeling good going into this?
I am injury free. I've had a really bad injury for about 2 years. I had an infection in my left elbow. I've just before the World Curry fight, and I've not been able to fully extend my left arm until the last few weeks. So I'm absolutely buzzing about that. I've been fighting with one arm for the last frigging 5 fights. So it's all meant to be. Everything's going great. And I'm excited to put a show on.
I mean, if that's how you look with one arm, it's pretty scary to think how you're going to look with two, mate. Obviously, going back to the last fight against Milos Petrusek, going into that fight, it's a bigger guy who's coming down from a bigger division just the fight before. He's got an 81% takedown defense. It felt like a lot of people were picking him to win that fight. And from minute one until minute 15, you just dominated. Can you talk about how happy you were with that performance?
Yeah, I don't get happy with my performance. I'm a strange person. It's like I'm on a downer after the fight. And I know my ability. I know what I can do. And it was great to get the win, but we go straight on to the next one. Um, yes, he was a big guy. He was a very good wrestler, a very good grappler. So many people I've spoke to at Octagon who train with him could not believe what I did. But that's just down to our technique, how we train under Darren Morris, my coach. We're just levels above everyone else. People always say, why don't you box anymore, Mick? Because me wrestling's just level above everyone else. Why stand there and you know chance getting knocked out when you're wrestling and you're grappling? It's just dominates everyone. So yeah, we're a better level than everyone. That's all it is.
It's the funny thing because I think people now know you as this grappler, and people seem to forget the Gold Gloves boxing and all that Luke Barnett on the commentary team was mentioning. And you mentioned there Darren Morris and the team you have. It felt like in that fight, no matter the position, even for the split second he had your back, or whether you're inside control or trying to take him out, you were always completely calm and relaxed, and you didn't rush anything. Can you speak to how you're able to stay so calm and focused during the fight?
We do it every day. That's we train like we fight. We wrestle every day and grapple every day. I've got amazing teammates. Darren Morris, the head coach, he's still active to this day. Lee Chadwick, Emil, and we've got so many good wrestlers who train with us. Our level in the barn where we train is world class. We're just a few local lads who go there and slug it out with the knowledge of Darren. You know, there's not nothing we don't know. Um, and the way we train, no one knows what we're doing, and it's just a amazing thing. Our style, so many gyms we fought who think they've got an answer for us. We've been beat. Yeah, we've been beat. We take it on the chin, but we've got hands as well. We can fight. It's not just grappling. Darren's a fantastic fight IQ, his striking and everything. So you worry about the takedowns, you get knocked out. You make them worry about the hands, and you take them down. And then once it's on the floor, there's just it's like the fish out of water. People don't know what to do. They just got basic jiu-jitsu and a bit of wrestling. They haven't got the catch wrestling, the judo that we specialize in. So God help Engizek. That's all I'm going to say.
And obviously, looking towards this next one, the quarter-final matchup, you did something very interesting after the fight. Obviously, with the way the Game Changer tournament worked, picking your opponent, felt like going into it, a lot of people were trying to avoid Engizek. Obviously, he hasn't lost in, I think, 11 years, 15-fight win streak, and you just went out there and picked him. I mean, can you talk about what led to that decision and what took you to that point?
I don't like him. I was standing for the world title fight because they thought he was going to pull out. They were 99% sure he was going to pull out. Octagon had me ready, said, Mick, be ready. We really think you're going to get this shot at the world title. And I was at the weigh-in, waiting to go and get weighed at the public weigh-in. And he come and he stood right in front of me. Isn't to say this is my fight. And the way he did it, really irritated me. Really, because I was there because they thought he was going to pull out. And the way he stood in front of me, and ever since that, his attitude, yeah, he's unbeaten for, I don't know how long it is, 10 years or whatever it is. But if you look at the caliber of fighters he's fought, yes, he bought Kinstle, he fought him for the world title and beat him, but it was a poor performance. He's not my level, nowhere near my level. Hasn't got my wrestling, my grappling, his stand-up's just mediocre. Um, and then Engizek's, fights before that, he's fought absolute bums. Yes, he's unbeaten, but he's not been tested. And I am going to test his chin and test his grappling. And I can't wait to shock the world.
Well, I mean, that's the exact point, mate. Shock the world. It feels like going into this one, people seem to be overlooking you almost. And it's amazing to me considering your recent run in mixed martial arts and all the experience you have and all the skills you have. Do you feel a little bit overlooked by the media almost going into this one?
I've had that all my life in my fighting career. I'm just, I'm not, yeah. I'm not, when you look at me, I don't look like a fighter. I haven't got this amazing physique. I'm not cocky. I'm not, you know, I've had hard fights. I'm 14-8. I've fought the best. I've fought everyone in the UK. Welterweight, middleweight, fought all the top names. That's why obviously I am 14-8 and I've learned from them losses I've had. Learned so much. I went on a 3-fight skid once. And most people would have packed it in. But I learned so much from them losses and I went on this tear then. And ever since that, I think I lost. I took a light heavyweight fight against this absolute monster on a week's notice. Not many people would do that. That was just to get a PFL contract. And PFL pulled the contract back after it. So that was a waste of time. Then, I fought Will Curry. I beat Will Curry, but I fought Will Curry after having a terrible staph infection in my arm that I could not train for about 5 weeks. I had a 2-week camp for Will Curry. I had no wrestling. I had no striking. I was getting fit on the bike and the bag. People don't know that, and I still won him. Dario Belande, who I lost to, I had another staph infection. I come off antibiotics on the Friday and fought on the Saturday. I needed the money. I needed the fight base, and I still thought I beat him. That first round, I had a stitch in both lungs. I could not breathe. I wanted them to knock me out and get it over with. It was the worst experience of my life, and I still thought I beat them. So I've been through so much adversity, and I'm not doing it for people to like me or to favour me or put me on a pedestal. I'm doing this tournament for my family. To all the years I've sacrificed being a dad and being a husband and not being at certain things and not going to family occasions. My wife's gone to a wedding today without me for the weekend, family wedding. It's sad. It's not. I'm not proud of it. I'm a good dad, but I could be a great dad. I could be a great husband. And I'm doing this for them. And that is the biggest drive I could ever have. I don't care about myself. I don't care if I lose. I don't care if I win. I just love fighting. And that's what makes me a dangerous man. Because I'm coming in this tournament, I'm training like a lunatic, and I'm going to put it on the champ and make a statement and smash him to bits.
I mean, mate, that's inspiring to hear. I mean, you look forward, obviously, June 14th, the Fortuna Arena, going in there with this big stadium, and obviously the crowd, you can imagine, is going to be off their heads, and he's going to be the crowd favorite, you can imagine. Do you just thrive in that environment? It felt like, I mean, we saw with Petrusek, felt like you were waving on the booze almost. Do you just thrive under it?
Yes, that's where I'm the best when I'm the underdog. That's what gets me going. I don't like being a favourite. I've been an underdog all my life. As a young lad, when I started boxing, you know, adversity, bullying, putting down every day. That's what's made me so resilient and tough. Is not being good at anything. I'm the best loser ever, and I've lost that much that I've become good and I win. Um, no one works harder than me. No one. No one trains harder than me. No one's tougher than me. I'm hard to kill. And Engizek's got his hands full because I will not stop. I will hunt that takedown. I will punch him in the face and keep shooting on them legs, and I will get him down. And then when he's down, I will take his arm, and that's the game plan. And I tell him the game plan, and he won't be able to stop it.
And it feels like that's the thing for most fighters. They seem to go in there, like you say, they look at you smaller stature for the weight class, and they think all these things, and then the chain wrestling, the intensity, just the relentlessness of you is too much, and you almost drown guys a lot of the time. Is that how you see this one going? Like you say, you just use the takedowns and use the submission game.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. He's a great striker. He's not fought a good wrestler. He doesn't like being on the floor. I think he's a white belt. Does he even do jiu-jitsu? Does he even wrestle? You know, everything's defend, everything's back to the feet. Great stuff. I'd take us back and I'd choke him unconscious. Let's do it. He'll get up. He might get up. He might get up. I thought Petisek was going to get up. I did. But the referee stood us up once, which was a bit mad because they were still punching him. But I did think Petisek was going to try and get up, and he's a lot better than Engizek wrestling and grappling, and he's twice the size. So it's like, it's going to be hard to get hold of him because he's going to run, he's going to move. But my hands are flying. My boxing's really good at the moment. I've had so much time to put into myself. I've got amazing sponsors, and I'm getting paid better to fight now. So I'm full-time training. I've still got my gym and coaching of an evening, but I never not do that. I love that. That's my passion. That's my real passion, is helping people and coaching. I love the sport, and it's my happy place, the gym. But I'm training 2-3 times every day, and I've not been able to do that my whole fight career until the last 2 fights. So you've not seen nothing yet. Let's go.
It's incredible, man. And how do you balance that coaching? Because you speak to a lot of guys, and I mean, that's a real challenge. It's hard to focus on your own career and keep others' interests as well. How do you manage that?
It is hard. It's very hard, and I don't think people understand how hard it is. But I've got no choice. I've got no choice. You know, I had the most amazing opportunity to open my gym, Urban Kings, and people who back me and help me. I would never ever let them down and let that gym down and then people down. I love it. I couldn't go and sit at home. I couldn't. I'm not that type of person. I've got ADHD up to the eyeballs. I can't sit still. I have to train just to keep me calm, you know. So it's like I said, I love it. I never not do it. I'm so blessed. Before Oktagon, I was doing one-to-ones all day and trying to train around me one-to-ones, coaching, because I've got 3 kids and I've got a family. I've got to pay the bills. You know, before Oktagon, I never had a good payday. I fought for a world title for £2,000. It's just bonkers. It's crazy. It's like, what's that? You know, fight camp, 8 weeks training. You know, it cost more than that. Your food nearly cost £2,000 for 8 weeks training. So before Oktagon, I've never had a good payday. So, so now I'm full time, and my performances, my last performance was great. I dominated them, but I haven't shown nothing really. I haven't shown nothing. I'm the best when people put it on me, when people try to beat me up. That's where I'm really good. So hopefully Engizek has had a good camp. And he's coming to win. And that's where you see the best Mick Stanton. Hopefully I just don't take him down. He just plays dead and gets finished, because it's not very exciting, is it? I like a real good fight. I like the best Engizek out there. I don't want no excuses. I've just got a feeling now something's going on. It's a bit bizarre. Doesn't seem himself. I've had messages of his fans questioning, is he going to fight? I'm like, wow, that's a bit weird. That's a bit weird, isn't it? So I keep messaging him and saying, hope you're training hard, mate. I'm coming. Hope you're training. So we'll see. I just hope really do hope he comes and puts it on me, because it'll be great. I don't want no excuses.
Yeah. And you mentioned there coming from Cage Warriors and the paychecks coming to Oktagon now, and how good Oktagon's treated you. Can you talk a bit about that? I mean, every fighter that comes to Oktagon seems to mention the atmosphere of the crowd, and that's what everyone focuses on. But they seem to really look after their fighters and promote you guys really well as well.
the Octagon was the dream to fight in a show like that and be looked after and paid well, and they fly me out, and the hotels they put you in and their paychecks are so much better. The opportunities they give you, like I'm blessed. Like they wanted me because there's not many UK fighters who they're interested in, so they give me such an amazing opportunity, and it's. I do believe in things are meant to be, and I always vision something like this, and I spoke about it with my wife all my career. Something will come. And this is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. This is for them. And I've done everything I've ever promised my wife. Because listen, fighting's easy. Being a mother to 3 kids while your husband's training full time and working all night, that's hard. And she's had me back. She's never moaned. I've got such an amazing family. Fighting's easy. Just, it's a piece of cake. You just train hard and get in the cage, don't you? But she's done the hard work, so I'm doing this for her and the kids.
That's incredible, man. And just one final one from me. I can't thank you enough for your time today. Do you have a final prediction going into this one? How do you see this one go?
It all depends on how good of a camp he's had. I'm coming for that finish, and I want to finish him. I want to make a statement. I'm coming for that finish. That's it. I'm going to be throwing heavy hands and sexy wrestling, and I'm coming for that finish. And let's see how long he can last. Because he's not a knockout merchant. He doesn't knock people out. He's finished bums. Drop someone. He doesn't knock people out. He's not going to knock me out. He can kick all he wants. I'll eat them kicks and take them down. That's the worst style for a wrestler. Sorry, it's the worst style for a kicker is a wrestler, a good wrestler, because he's on one leg. And that, Petrosek kicked me in the head and I shot on my leg and took him down. I play a game in the gym and it's called down in 30 seconds. And every time I spar, I've got to get them down in 30 seconds. And I don't lose much. That's what it's like, going down in 30 seconds. So let's see if I can get them down in 30 seconds.
Well, Mick, I can't wait. I'm so excited to see you go out there and shock the world. Like I said, man, I can't wait for this one. And thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a real pleasure for me.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much, brother. Best of luck in the fight. Have a great day.